When Hanuman reached Kishkinda, he told to the army and Ram about his journey. As a result, the monkey army began the preparations to go to Lanka. With this, the army built a bridge made up of stones and reached the golden kingdom of Lanka. While Ram and the monkey army were preparing for the battle, Sita didn't know that Ram reached Lanka. Raavan thought of an ugly plan. He chopped an animal's head and changed it to the head of Ram. He took the head in a sack and went to Sita. Raavan said, "Sita, are you still waiting for Ram? I have killed him. He is no more. I have brought his head as a feast for you." Raavan showed the head to Sita. After saying this, Sita shouted and fell unconscious. Raavan left the place happily. After noticing Sita unconscious, Trisada, a demoness who was the daughter of Vibhishan, came to wake up the unconscious Sita. Sita woke up from her unconscious state. She was trembling in fear and her eyes were filled with tears. Trisada said, "Sita, Raavan has tricked you. The head was an illusion of an animal's head. He did this to make you forget Ram. Ram has reached Lanka with an army to rescue you." Sita said, "What are you saying? I saw the head of my Lord Ram with my own eyes." Trisada then said, "Sita, where is the head now? It has vanished. Ram is alive. He has come here to rescue you." Sita felt happy that Ram came to Lanka. She hugged Trisada and said, "Trisada, you are the only one who has supported me in this island. Thank you." Trisada said, "Don't worry, Sita. Raavan is an evil demon king. Ram will kill him and rescue you." The war began the very next day. Raavan's army, made up of soldiers, elephants, and horses, were to face against a monkey army. On paper, Raavan's army was powerful, but the monkey army had Ram, Lakshman, and Hanuman. As a result, both the armies were competitive, but the monkey army killed most of Raavan's forces, including Kumbha and Nikumba, the sons of Kumbhakarna, Raavan's brother. Raavan was getting worried, seeing his army suffering. He said to his son Indrajit, "Indrajit, go to the battlefield and defeat Lakshman. Use the Brahmastra." Indrajit said, "Father, I can use that weapon only once. I guess the time has come. I will use the Brahmastra and kill Lakshman." Saying this, Indrajit went to the battlefield. He was very powerful and no warrior was able to defeat him. He took his Brahmastra and shot it at Lakshman. Lakshman fainted to the ground. Indrajit went back to the palace in a victorious manner. The entire monkey army were sad, thinking that Lakshman was dead. When Ram came to the hut, he couldn't believe that his brother was shot. He said, "Is my brother Lakshman no more?" The army was upset and there was sadness in the army. Sage Vaidyanraj appeared in the hut. He calmed everyone and examined Lakshman. He smiled and said, "Lakshman is not dead. He is alive. He is just unconscious due to the wounds." Ram then said, "But will Lakshman be all right?" Vaidyanraj said, "Yes, I can treat him, but someone should help me in this task." Hanuman said, "Sage Vaidyanraj, I will help you in this task. What should I do?" Vaidyanraj said, "A herb named Sanjeevani is located in the Dronagiri mountain in the Himalayas. The herb should be brought here before sunrise. Now it is evening. Is anyone ready to bring that herb?" Hanuman said, "I am ready, sage." Vaidyanraj said, "All right." Vaidyanraj then showed Hanuman the route to Dronagiri. Hanuman left the hut and flew to the sky to get the herb. As he didn't want to forget the name of the herb, he kept on repeating Sanjeevani. Hanuman then reached the Himalayas. He spotted the Dronagiri mountain and landed there, but he forgot the name of the herb. Hanuman then said, "Oh, I forgot the name of the herb. What to do? No delay is possible." "Yes, let me carry this mountain back to the hut." Hanuman grew into a humongous size and lifted the Dronagiri mountain. He headed back to the hut by lifting the mountain on one hand and his mace on the other. The entire army rejoiced when they saw Hanuman, but they were puzzled seeing Hanuman carrying a mountain. When Hanuman reached the hut with the mountain, Vaidyanraj said, "What is this, Hanuman? You were said to bring a herb, but you brought an entire mountain." Hanuman said, Sage, during my journey, I forgot the name of the herb. Hence I brought the entire mountain. Sage, you can take the herb from the mountain now. Vaidyanraj went to the mountain and took the herb. He made it into a medicine and applied it on Lakshman. Lakshman opened his eyes and said, Brother, brother. Ram smiled and said, Lakshman, you're alive. Ram and Lakshman hugged each other. Seeing this, Hanuman had tears of joy. The entire monkey army rejoiced and were happy that they avoided a disaster. The war continued the very next day. Indrajit was shocked to see Lakshman alive. He decided to use trickery and illusions while fighting against Lakshman. Lakshman was furious that his arrows weren't even able to touch Indrajit. Lakshman then took an arrow and said, If it is true that Rama, the son of Dasharatha, second to none in prowess, is ever firm on the path of truth and righteousness, may this arrow go forth and destroy the son of Ravana. After saying this, Lakshman released his arrow and the arrow killed Indrajit. Indrajit was considered immortal as only a person who has not slept for 14 years could end his life. Due to this, Lakshmana killed Indrajit and the monkey army were victorious.